So, howdy there. We are the McBoble Brothers.
Hello there.
I'm Jacob, and what's your name?
My name's Aiden. I'm the Mick of McBoble Brothers.
And I'm the Bobble of McBoble Brothers, because my last name's Boblet. It's very funny.
My last name's
cool.
McSoley. It's very funny. Very cool.
Very cool.
So today we're watching Shen.
Yes, Shen is, of course, this might actually be the first time you're hearing this, but it's supposed to be the prequel to another movie we made, Paddle, which was the first McBoble Brothers movie.
Yep.
Yeah.
And in Paddle, I'm sure you all know this, but Paddle is about a young boy named Ben, who fights against the oppression of ping pong.
He fights in a ping pong tournament against Wei Shen. Who is everyone comes up to me and is like, Jacob, Paddle was like, it was good. It was kind of a mess, but it was your first movie or not, but your villain, Shen, really interesting. What is his story?
Would love to see a prequel for him.
So
we delivered,
We delivered what the fans wanted. Mm-hmm. And a little bit more, as we'll get into later on.
1 year ago and 4 days, 1 year and 5 days ago, we released Shen to the internet, and it became a massive buzz, but no one really understood it.
Yeah, there's been a lot of questions, and we had plans to answer those questions that have kind of went down the toilet, sadly. Yeah. Which we'll get into a little bit.
We'll get into that. So we're here to watch Shen, and this is going to be our commentary, and we're going to explain all the inner workings of Shen, and
which there's surprisingly a lot of.
There's a lot, and maybe just some fun facts. We have plenty of behind the scenes fun facts of the set. Just here for a fun time.
Yeah, there's a lot of good stuff. We at times we may say pause. At that time, you should pause your copy of Shen. And wait for us to say resume, in which you should resume your copy of Shen.
Okay,
so get out your Blu-rays.
Yeah. And buckle in and, get your popcorn out, and we're here for a fun time. So,
video starts now.
Resume.
Start.
Pick up the sticks.
No, this is a good scene.
This is a great scene. Now, I really dig the cinematography here.
I actually think the scene was shot pretty. I think we did a really good job on this scene.
Although being the first scene in the movie, it was actually the first scene we filmed of the movie as well.
Which isn't, I don't know if anyone who's ever made a movie, usually you just shoot it when you can. It's usually out of order.
Now listen, son. There's an infestation of oxygen.
Now, oxygen wasps. They were part of the overall lore, but we never had the chance to fully establish them. But basically what oxygen wasps do is they sting you and they remove some oxygen from your bloodstream.
I don't know. How about you use this thing? I've been trying to get you
slowly killing you.
We are trying to create a different world with Shen. We don't want our movies to take place in the real world, as they would say, because we want everything to be slightly off.
Absolutely.
So anything could happen in our movies. And we do that with all of our movies, even like our newest release, The Test of Determination, or The Final Exam, which
both titles were.
Oh, this is a good shot. I just wanted to.
This shot is very great. I love this shot.
We like this shot a lot. It also shows them in the trailer. Okay, now this is a fun story. Should I?
I think you should go for it.
Okay, I should. So basically, this year, Mr. Fogarty, who's our media arts teacher, fun fact, a little bit into the.
He's known as Folk Dog around here.
Yeah, we all call him it.
Keep going.
Anyway, he gave us our group an assignment. Basically, everyone had to do a certain little thing, and one of the options was that someone has to make an opening credit intro. So Josh Relier, who became in McBoble Brothers,
he's the Thurs of McBoble Brothers.
He joined for Shen, and
that's his name, right?
There he is.
Yep.
This is what he did, and
he didn't.
Some people actually say this is their favorite part of the movie.
Because there's not much to like in this movie.
Yeah. Well, there's a good amount to love, but not a lot to like.
Yeah. I mean, you really learn to appreciate it once you understand the thought behind it, which is what we're hoping to do with this.
Sean Moore.
There's Sean Moore.
He also joined.
The bro.
He also became a McBoble brother during making this movie. Well, sorta. He started he started getting interested, and he really joined for Interview with Tyler. That was his first debut. Jack Lindenberg. I know him.
I know him too.
Yeah.
He has blonde hair.
He does. It's just Anyone wondering? You guys all know because he plays Timothy in the movie, who's probably my favorite character. Mm-hmm. There's a lot to know about Timothy. What did we just say? Titles by Josh.
We told you guys. We knew it.
He edited it. Ignore any noises you hear in the background.
Oh my God. At school.
Yes.
So this is actually Seth Lithosek.
Okay, so yeah, we should maybe let's tell like the tragic story of Seth Lithosek real quick.
So, you know, I'm feeling just how he is right now because Seth Lithosek was the main character of this series, and we had.
Well, he wasn't the main character, but he was a very important part.
Yeah, and so we had Paddle. Mm-hmm. This is the prequel to Paddle. This is Shen. We actually had, believe it or not, 5 more Paddle movies.
5 more.
We had Paddle 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6.
We understand,
and Seth tragically left us.
He moved to Florida.
Yeah, I think like second quarter this school year, 2018 school year, 2017-2018.
God wishes to see you.
So
and that kind of
we actually couldn't finish the Paddle series because he was gone.
Mm-hmm. So it just ruined all our plans, and that was kind of sad because trust us, we had a lot planned for Shen.
We actually have a whole lore notebook where we have the entire lore written down for Paddle, for Shen through Paddle 6.
You see what Shen's purpose in the whole septology was that Shen was supposed to be the movie where you start to question what you thought you knew in Paddle. Mm-hmm. You're supposed to see Shen and be like, you're not supposed to understand it immediately. You're supposed to be like, okay, there's more to learn. Mm-hmm. And that's like, and then you look back at Paddle and be like, there's more going on behind the scenes of Paddle than I probably thought. Mm-hmm. And then Paddle 2 and Paddle 3 would explain it a little bit more.
Absolutely.
This is one of the scenes which just shows like,
this is when you're first starting to question,
this stuff, it might seem inconsequential to Shen, but it's extremely consequential to Paddle 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6.
I'd say it's most crucial to Paddle 2 and 3.
Definitely Paddle 2 and 3. This is,
this scene right here.
This is the scene. We wanted a scene where we could, like, really build off for Paddle 2 and 3, and this is the one. With the whole mythology of Sokram and Zeknas and the Order of we didn't even name them.
Yeah,
but they were going to be called the Order of Sokram in Paddle 2 and 3, Dud's whole operation. At the end of this movie, spoiler, Shen's operation.
So Sokram decided to end violence.
So this is Sokram, you just heard it right there.
So that's not Sokram.
These are not Sokram.
These are
Sokram is played by Joseph Kwijak. Sokram's actually there. He is. That's
there
Sokram.
There he is, Joe Kwijak.
He's Sokram.
His new crusade.
So, yeah.
So this is just Dud. This is Shen's father explaining he's actually giving us a direct narrative of the lore here.
Of the basic story of Sokram.
Yeah. And Sokram, honestly, the whole Paddle series builds off of Sokram.
It does.
He's the heart of it all.
He is very important, especially to the original trilogy. The sequel trilogy deals more with other entities that we would get more into in Paddle 3, which we don't really want to get into that now because no one cares.
We care.
We care. You would care if we were able to do it. This was some pretty good fight choreographed by Aiden and I.
And maybe someday we'll release a video explaining the whole lore. We've considered it.
Yeah, we want to try to maybe deliver it in some sort of package.
We just feel like Shen didn't get its due justice.
We weren't in the right place yet to make it. Mm-hmm. Like we were too. I feel like we made a package, but we were in the right place to fully hit it on the head.
I mean, I love the concept of Shen, but I just don't love how it was executed.
Yeah, I love how parts of this movie are executed.
Parts of this movie.
This is just kind of fun.
This is actually very crucial. This is Sokram appointing Zeknas. Zeknas is Sokram's successor of the throne.
To be successful.
You just heard it there.
Really, how we use this like past stuff is that this past stuff really shows not really the origin, but like shows like how we wanted certain things to be known in this world. Like you like watch all these other franchises, and they have like certain like unique things about them that like is like wizards in Harry Potter or whatnot, like certain unique things about them that aren't smugglers in Star Wars. And like with all this stuff, we were gonna start introducing the concept of what we would have like dimension shifters and stuff that would be unique to Paddle. The Paddle. Yeah.
There were the 5 Murphys who controlled the Murphys. It's confusing.
It's very confusing.
Murphys controlled Murphys.
It's supposed to be a little confusing because like I think at the core of what the core of the Paddle universe was going to be is about man trying to understand the divine.
Absolutely. In fact, you would find that out in Paddle 6.
Yes.
Where Paddle 6 is deeply religious themed and
very.
It's very philosophical.
The conclusionary chapter.
It's ridiculous. You expect to believe that? I too was a non-believer. But you will see. I won't.
Wow, stirring performance by Seth Lewis. That's why we love him.
We love Seth.
Bring in the ceremonial.
We can make fun, but he did a lot of work for us, and he was actually he's the only person who played this role.
Mainly because he was the person who played Shen.
For your initiation ceremony, you must prove that you can do everything.
The right heritage.
Everything that the order commands you. You must scrub this undesirable from the world.
Fun fact: the kid who plays the hostage, Mahjar, had to leave.
I know this.
Like 2 seconds.
True.
As soon as he showed up, so we rushed this, as you will see in like a couple seconds.
Ridiculous.
There you go.
Also, second fun fact: if you see Jesus Christ on the cross, you may think that that's just because we go to a Catholic school, but actually that's not the case at all.
What are you doing?
Jesus Christ is actually a massive component.
Oh yeah,
of
we
the Paddle.
We redefine parts of history and whatnot. Like we like to play with elements that people recognize.
Buddha's also part of the lore. Here's Timothy. Here's the blonde-haired kid we were talking about, Jack Lindenberg. Timothy's vital as well. Timothy's very vital.
Timothy is actually, my vision, I don't know about you, Aina, but I always envisioned that the heart of Paddle 2 and 3 would be the friendship between Ben and Timothy.
Oh, that's absolutely how I envisioned
That's how, they're going to be, their friendship was really going to carry it.
Too.
Well, Thumbtack would, he would be...
I envision Thumbtack.
I can kind of see that, but I was going to see, Ben and Timothy were going to have this, brothers in arms.
Now, we actually have an almost identical scene in our newest movie, Test of Determination. It's very close. Fun fact here, if you actually look in the window, you can see Jacob Boblet manning the camera. Just, small mistake. It's all right.
Yeah.
It actually appears in the trailer as well. Here comes Timothy. Here comes the first...
Very, very quirky. This is part of our comedic...
Very funny.
The comedic element of our movie.
One of the first lines of dialogue we hear from Timothy is coming up very soon.
That's one of the most violent parts in Shen.
I'm Timothy. Timothy Jones.
Timothy Jones. Yeah.
Who's that guy chasing you?
Oh, that was a man working for my father, Dud. He's trying to bring me back to his compound.
Whoa. Your son, Dud?
This is a little bit like, you ever hear the story about Buddha when he leaves the castle and he experiences the world?
May I just stop you for 1 second? If you actually saw that shirt scene real quick, we needed a reason for him to wear this shirt in this scene. So that's why the shoe. Wow. That's why the shirt came out of the shoe.
Yeah, it just...
I'm sorry, you can continue.
Okay, well, we were trying to mimic that story of the prince who's been caught in this castle his entire life, experiencing the world and realizing that the world's much bigger than he originally thought it was.
Absolutely.
Now he's seeing that not only do I hate my father, but the whole world knows my father, and I'm existing in a larger world.
Absolutely.
That's probably the biggest theme in Shen.
This is why I wanted you.
I would say the heart of
You're
this
the only
movie.
one who can. I don't know. Oh, come on, I want to show you something.
This is if this was a story outline, this would be the part where the hero refuses the call to adventure.
Absolutely, yeah. It's just part of the three.
But Timothy knows that they need him to rile the gangs. So he. Okay, real quick, this scene is the problem child of this movie.
This is crazy. How can people worship when we do things like this?
We had trouble with the wind.
Evil only thrives when good men do nothing.
We didn't use the audio, the better audio recorder last year for our movies.
We didn't.
So
we were learning still.
Whenever we were in the wind, the audio just sounded absolutely awful.
And we didn't really shoot that well.
However, this whole scene, I think it's probably one of my favorite scenes of the movie. Probably other than the very final scene. I think this scene is just beautifully shot. I really do. Except for this shot right here.
Well, I think it's just...
the shot with Thumbtack, you're about to see. With the rain and Thumbtack and his two henchmen, one of them being Longius.
That shot right there the inspiration came from the Raid 2. There's this one shot where the main character exits prison, and it's this big shot of the parking lot. And there's like 2 months later, flash on the ground.
Godmaster Thumbtack.
Now this movie is actually the reason that Sean Moore became the bro of McBoble Brothers.
This is when we brought him into our family.
Yeah, we invited him to act in the movie. He's actually on the left right there, Longius.
Longius would have been
he would have been a great character.
He was going to be a very tortured character, not like your typical bad guy, or as he's helping Shen, so you'd be an antagonist.
Yeah, I mean, he's a good guy in this movie, but in Paddle 2, he'd be the bad guy.
He would be an antagonist, but he wouldn't just be a typical one, I don't think. I think people would actually kind of like understand where he's coming from.
Son of the enemy!
Lord, did you just interrupt the great Lord?
You see, like, he's very quick to come to Thumbtack's side.
Very fast.
We had we had an unspoken like backstory where basically like Thumbtack like saved Longius' life as a child and kind of like brought him into the gang, and that was that's the reason Longius loves Thumbtack so much.
You can actually see Patrick Faraday on the left there laughing.
And why he's so Pat's a good kid.
Pat's a great kid.
Also known as Patches.
We love Patches.
If you ever play Kahoot with him.
We love Patches.
We do love Patches.
I understand your grievances, but think about what you have to lose. Done. Day after day, he will take everything that you have. Until one day you wake up, you have nothing left. Please consider my proposal. I guess my case.
Well, Shen.
Well, in this scene, we kind of set up basically like Shen is in a very big power position in like Paddle and whatnot. Like everyone loves him. Like he's the ping pong prodigy. So in this scene, we like kind of set up that like Shen is extremely charismatic. He has a silver tongue, just like his father, and he's able to convince people of his cause. So that's how he's gained so much power.
Unhand him, Longius.
But sir,
I said unhand him.
You see, Longius is a very mentally disturbed character. He's very vicious, very violent.
It's just
protective.
Protective. That's probably a better word.
It's like a feral dog.
Yourself a self-respecting man who refuses to be pushed around by anybody but Dud. You let him step on your integrity. If you go to war now, I can't guarantee that we'll win. But I can guarantee that we will be remembered for generations to come. We'll fight against tyranny and oppression.
Many shots in this
We'll be
movie.
martyrs for the rest of the world to follow. They write songs about us. They'll put us in storybooks.
Oh, fun fact about the song. So, okay, I actually did write a song.
Yep, there was a song.
There is a song planned for the opening credits of Paddle 2.
Yeah.
And it was gonna be this like big thing where it's like
gonna be like
an in-world song about the
Nothing.
about the events of Shen, basically, but it'd be very heightened.
It was gonna be like a bard song.
Yeah, it was gonna be a bard song.
Something like straight out of Skyrim. You know. You want to give us a quick rendition?
Well, should I?
It's only a few lines.
Well, I'll give a few lines. So it's gonna start like with the little guitar intro, like do do do. Do 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 do. Wei Shen, and the gang of Thumbtack riding the fields of glory, and it would be like so dope and like there was gonna have like high sections and low sections.
Absolutely, just like every song.
Yeah. It's gonna be very cool.
Very overexposed shot, but we can actually use that to show that maybe he's divine. Wow. Didn't see that coming.
Yeah. That's good. Fun fact, we polled a critic of Shen, and he said that was the only moment he remembered. So that's a very memorable moment. We crafted very memorable moments at the McBoble.
He said I will quote, he said the only thing I remember from Shen is that there was a person in a garbage can. Now this shot's great. I love this shot. What a great shot.
Oh.
I'll miss you too, my friend.
Now here comes one of the best. There's a little funny quirk.
This is a really...
Yeah. So we told Jack Lindenberg to walk off as soon as the line's finished and just keep walking into the woods. But he actually forgot to do that, so I had to tell him off camera to move. That's why he kind of stands there for a few seconds.
We had to finesse the audio a bit.
But I think it adds to the comedy.
I think it does. It's a very funny scene.
Now, here's another hilarious scene coming up soon. It's absolutely hilarious. It took us many tries.
Like, at least 7.
I would definitely say
it took us so.
I would guarantee
it took us way too long.
It's not even funny looking back at it, but at the time we thought it was the funniest thing ever.
Welcome, Shen, to the
bulletin board.
Which is a little bit of comedy because my name's Thumbtack.
This next line is exactly what we're talking about, right here.
Wow.
That's what took us.
That was it.
I'm sure you're laughing.
Everyone's laughing at home. I know. This is. I've heard a lot of people will come up to me and be like, "That's my favorite part of Shen."
Anything for you, Shen. Follow me.
So this is actually our first sequence in the movie.
Absolutely.
And
only sequence.
No, there's the sequence at the end with the fight.
Things have been going normal.
That's not really.
It's a sequence.
Okay.
People started coming to the compound with
we have 2 sequences in the movie, which we improved on with a lot with our next big film, the final exam, test determination, whatever you want to call it at home.
I'm just gonna clear it up now. The final exam is the cut down version of
that is the action cut.
Yeah, it's the action cut. It also has better color correction. I think it's an overall better movie.
Now, my friends,
you know.
Dud started sending out caravans with what I believe to be information pertaining to this weapon.
Fun fact, we shot this in a classroom where people were playing like a racing game on the TV.
So we can better operate under the
You can actually see them in the background when they whip the whip pan.
This is one of the scenes where we really you can kind of see the little buds of what the McBoble Brothers were going to be. Like we started experimenting with like this sort of movement of the camera.
We love whip pans.
And we love this stuff.
We love whip pans.
We love this stuff. You can test the determination, the long version. There's a whip pan thing. It's a much better version of this. It's not as messy, but
it's very good. Honestly, I would argue bringing that back in for the final exam, but it looked fantastic.
Yes. It looked really good.
Fun fact, Jacob's beanie keeps moving around in his head.
Very fun fact.
Very fun fact. Very funny. We love that shot.
The caravan should be coming here this way through this checkpoint here. I recommend we scout the caravan.
There's Patrick again.
He's back.
We love Patrick.
Yes, in a very manly sort of way.
In a manly sort of way.
Coming up is Aiden's favorite.
This is my favorite shot in the entire movie.
This is Aiden's personal favorite shot in the movie.
I think it's absolutely fantastic. Here it comes.
It just shows how much of a stealth master Thumbtack is.
I think this movie is hilarious.
I have a story coming up. So during this black, there's supposed to be an actual fight scene.
Absolutely.
In which me, Thumbtack, Longius, and Pat jump at the camera like and then we had a shot of Aiden, John, and Tom like react like whoa.
Yeah. And
but it came out really well.
No, it came out awful.
It came out really well.
And I forcibly cut it from the movie.
And Aiden cut it out.
I did cut it out. Now we actually have a fun fact coming up right here. Very funny.
There's an Xbox in this room.
There is an Xbox, but that's not what I was going to say. Right there. You see those coordinates on the paper? That's a little Easter egg for all of you. If you look up those coordinates, it actually brings you to a location called Cormac's house, which is a little Easter egg hinting at our next movie we were to make.
Prologue, Cormac Awakening, which I know everyone's a fan of, including us here at the McBoble Brothers.
Ignore Ted.
Yeah, ignore Ted.
But that's actually...
Even in this scene, ignore Ted.
Oh yeah, ignore Ted in this scene too.
Just cut him out.
I actually think this scene is very well shot. Very well put together. I know Jacob doesn't agree with me.
Oh no, I like the. It's fine. It's. I like this sequence.
I think it's
because it's ridiculous and fun.
I think.
But I wouldn't say it's a.
I think
a good scene.
I think it's one of the best scenes in the movie. I'm gonna be honest.
Well, that's not saying.
It's not saying much, but it is. And it's really just building so much tension, astronomical amounts of tension.
This whole blueprint. A lot of people ask me like, what was this blueprint?
You were supposed to find that out in Paddle 2, actually.
And it connects directly to Paddle 1.
It connects directly. If you ever... I mean, we might as well just spoil it right now.
Yeah, if you ever wondered how Shen got that last final hit in Paddle, beat Ben.
Yeah. Everyone thought Ben was gonna win in Paddle because that's what normally happens in movies, but he didn't, as we all know. Mm-hmm. And that's because Wei Shen, actually had an extendable paddle. It would stretch out so fast you couldn't even see it, but it would do it, and it could hit any ball anywhere in the plate.
It automatically went to the ball.
Mm-hmm. And that's actually what's on this blueprint here. This is what
it's a weapon of mass destruction.
It is.
In this universe, at least.
Because ping pong is actually a battle of the fundamental cores of the universe, ping and pong.
Mm-hmm. What I really like about that sequence is it's very very lynching. It's like very like disturbing. Very. You have like cutaways to like the eye. You have cutaways to the water bottle. Mm-hmm. I think it added a lot more.
And we were actually supposed to have a scene here of Longius saving Shen, but knocking out his.
We did not have a lot of time, so we were unable to shoot it.
Cargo was ready to blow. Took half the gang along with it.
That can't be it. Thumbtack and I.
This is the down part of the movie. It's very sad. I always have a hard time watching it because the pain on Longius is just heartbreaking.
Insane. It's absolutely
Thumbtack was
depressing.
Probably the only person he ever loved.
I would agree.
Probably the only person he's ever had any sort of like relationship with.
Yes, he sure doesn't have one.
The other and now he's dead. And I think this shows a lot of acceptance. Like he's like, Shen, Thumbtack like you, so you're okay in my book. Mm-hmm. And I think this just adds a lot of depth to Longius' character and the whole movie.
Absolutely.
And it shows how much of a connection Shen's able to make with people immediately upon meeting. Because we don't want Shen to be this big evil, mustache twirling bad guy. He's a man who think he's doing the right thing.
He's a broken man.
Yes, he's
very broken.
And we'll get more into the end why he decides to go down the bad route.
Yeah.
Where are you headed?
Not sure yet.
Okay. And his fragility was absolutely taken advantage of by his father, John.
Exactly.
And he was molded to be
the man he is in Paddle. It's always been the plan. Yeah. We also like big sprawling plans. Mm-hmm. And that the McBoble Brothers.
And a fun fact here, there were actually kids up on the bleachers
yelling
who kept making so much sound.
And lots of comments.
Yeah, they kept talking, and we kept telling them to shut up, but they just wouldn't do it.
That's why I'm here.
So it took us many
very funny comments.
They were so funny.
Some of them were pretty funny. Like I think one kid once yelled like
foolish ambitions.
Autism.
I think that was
yelled out the word.
I think that was the
That was very funny.
That was probably the funniest comment they made.
That delayed shooting for about 15 minutes as I rolled on the ground laughing.
Of course, my previous.
You see all that dirt
yep.
in the back of the shot. There was grass there, but I just rolled on the ground so hard that it's all gone. This is like
Mike Fuzz in the top left.
This scene really shows
This shows the camaraderie.
The friendship.
Yeah, the camaraderie.
Longius, I have a plan. I'm not hearing. Look, I have a plan.
Like Longius is just so done. Like we've tried this before Shen.
Go all in, go for the save. I don't know.
But then Shen's able to.
Shen has the confidence.
Shen has the confidence to be able to make this very good map that makes sense.
It does make sense if you think about it.
Anyone else, I'd say no. But Shen, you're my brother.
They are brothers now.
They're brothers.
They've gone through so much.
This scene is so important to
Paddle
to Longius and Paddle too, because.
Now here's actually Madeline's first debut, part of a McBoble Brothers film. There's actually a shoe right there because we couldn't let the door close because we still had stuff out there. But Madeline is also the same character that's a main character in A Test of Determination. So. That's where she got her acting career. Jack is also in A Test of Determination, so am I. Jack is like Hall Monitor 6 or something.
He's a Hall Monitor, yes.
He's a Hall
Monitor. I don't care about the safe. You're here to kill Dunn. What? I don't care about the mission. This is not our intent.
This is
the twist.
This is like the whole thing is that Shen.
Who cares about the safe? Who knows if there's anything in there? There might not even be a thing in there.
Shen's been lying to Thumbtack in order to get his help. He just wants the revenge.
Think
about it.
Think about the secrets we can unravel about his organization.
Shen has the ears of a very...
Now here comes a brutal,
very good ears.
brutal killer. Part of the
original plan that it was gas was going to knock him out, but I was then told to shut up.
Yes.
We got Harris
about
to run in.
About the other three of us all told Jacob to stop.
Yeah.
Because there was no way we could visualize that on camera.
Yes, you can.
Whatever. We were short on time. Now this shot is beautiful. This shot I'm very proud of.
This is proud. I think this is very good.
I mean,
this is actually a good shot.
We're not memeing. Yeah. This shot is actually fantastic.
I like this shot.
This
is the shot that people started to know Shen from. Like this is
this is the promotional image. We used the same picture as the promotional.
This is the image of Shen, I think.
Welcome home,
my loving son. Oh, I get chills every time. This is my favorite part of the movie.
It's cruel, you know, sarcastic almost.
It just showed Josh Relier's acting ability. Like he's so good in this movie.
Who plays Klein
in Test Determination. You can see his other stuff. We should get him into another bigger role.
We should. Future. Oh, he was also the cameraman of Prologue Cormac Awakening.
Yes. That was a good performance.
That was a great.
This is Josh signing off.
This is Josh signing off. That's his famous line. That's what everyone knows him for. Now this fight scene is incredibly brutal.
It's kind of hard to watch. So if you have small children in the area, please tell them to play outside.
Probably get them out of the room. As you can see, just completely destructive. Children should not be watching this.
Oh my gosh.
This is what got us the R rating right here.
We had to fight not to make it NC-17. We had to fight for this R. This is just, they're fighting like animals. Like they have no care for the other person.
Yeah.
They're just throwing their fists.
It's right here. This is where you really see the animalistic. Right here.
They're tired, but they're still gonna fight.
They're just yelling.
They're so.
This shot's actually good. I think this shot's very good. There we go. Also, the shot of Shen twisting in just a second. You're gonna see it. Right here. This shot right here. Great shot.
Fun fact: when we were shooting this, we made a lot of noise. Because of a lot of our noise, they put up a sign for the Brothers residence saying you're not allowed here without an adult.
Yep.
So, thanks to Shen.
Yep. I mean, we were able to film here for Test of Determination because we had Mr. Cooley playing Principal Cooley.
Very strong performance. Probably, the one that everyone remembers in that movie.
That's actually true. Everyone loves Cooley. People only watch that movie because of Cooley. He didn't only do the viral marketing, but he's also a great character.
Yeah.
Great actor too. And here comes the sword scene. The sword scene is. I legitimately love this sword scene. I think it's great.
I love this shot. I love that shot we saw, and I think the song is.
I
love this song. Ryloth's theme, it's called.
Mm-hmm. And he makes the mistake of
that was a fatal mistake. But was it a mistake, is the question.
No, it wasn't.
Or is Stud trying to, give Shen an opportunity to win, and Shen just needs to take it.
Beautiful. Beautifully done.
Our movie's very ambiguous and had lots of different interpretations. And then that's the final blow.
Good, Shen. Good. You have performed well.
As we get the reveal. I'm gonna be quiet for this.
It might have seemed cruel at the time, but in actuality, I was training you for your upcoming position.
Shut up, old man.
Here, the key to my office. Now follow the way, Shen.
That's when you're supposed to be like, oh my god.
Most people at this time wait, wasn't that the name of the villain, Paddle?
And then people are going to be like...
And it's maybe it was just it was the line.
Maybe it was just the line. But then we get here.
And we get this, and why is the movie still going?
Why is the movie still going? And why is this prophecy say Wei Shen on it? The same character from Paddle.
And it also mentions Zeknas and this prophecy. And
so what he heard earlier in the movie.
It's maybe there is some truth.
And maybe
to what my dad's been saying.
Maybe this is connected to
And whatever this prophecy tells him is what changes him. And that's what we're going to explore in Paddle 2 is what this prophecy was.
I would say actually Paddle 3. I would say that's more Paddle 3.
Well, no, Paddle 2 we need to learn a bit. You learn the full extent of Paddle 3.
There we go. There's the Wei Shen. Here's the famous line.
Holy Shen.
That's what everyone knows him for.
People quote that to me all the time, and I'm like, yes, I'm the genius who thought of that line.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
actually, I believe it.
Me and Aiden.
Now this is the sequel bait right here.
This was supposed to be like, who is this Timothy character?
Now you find out that Timothy is a dimension shifter, who's actually the same character as Ryan Murphy.
He's on the run from Shen,
the coach in Paddle.
Yeah.
And now you get it. Now you understand. As soon as that happens, everyone is cheering. Everyone is like, "Oh my God!"
It was pretty exciting.
This is connected to Paddle.
It's pretty exciting in the theater. Everyone first watched it. Everyone was so happy.
That's our name. This movie is just.
Scalzo.
We jog Laura, Sheldon District. All beautiful, beautiful actors. Fantastic.
And thank everyone, each one of these. They made this movie so possible.
They made it perfect. This is a perfect movie. So I hope we all enjoyed Shen. You know, I know I sure did. I could never not enjoy Shen.
It's a good time.
It's a great time, you know.
So is that it? Do you want any closing remarks?
I think I just want to say that I hope everyone can understand that Shen had a deeper purpose. Shen had a reason.
Shen had a reason to exist. We had
I'm glad
we put so much thought into it.
I'm glad it exists.
And I'm proud of it. I'm very proud of it.
I'm proud of it. I'm proud of it for how capable we were at the time.
Mm-hmm. We made it. And we were sophomores,
and we loved it.
Yeah.
We loved it, and we still love it. You know.
So yeah.
So watch out for final exam recut coming soon, and also watch out for the lore, for the probably about 4 hour long lore description.
It's gonna be very exciting.
Yeah, it might be a mini series. We might just sit down with the camera, you know, uncut, very raw, just us telling the story of Paddle.
Probably will cry during it.
I will cry. I know I will cry.
So.
We spent many days over the summer just writing the lore, and that's not even a lie. We're actually telling the truth.
We're not even. Yeah. It was a good time.
We spent 2 whole days writing the lore over the summer.
And countless days thinking about it, but just 2 days
writing it down,
vomiting onto the paper, making sure it was not lost.
And also watching The Void.
Yeah, we did watch The Void, which
great movie.
Congratulations, I want to say.
Thank you all for joining us, and that has been Shen.
Goodbye.